There's a pair of boots sitting by the old barn door. Yours were muddy, mine worn down to the core. We left them side by side after work one night. Said we'd dance later underneath the porch light. But the sun went down and you never came, and the boots just waited, whispering your name. Two boots waiting by the barn door still, one for a promise, one for a wheel. Yours untouched like the day you left, mine leaning lonely, broken and kissed. If silence could talk, it'd say what for. Two boots waiting by the barn door. I remember you laughing in that faded blue dress, saying love ain't perfect, but we tried our best. We'd sit by the hay bales, making plans for years, but dreams fall apart like leather under tears. Now every time the wind shakes that old oak floor, I swear I hear your footsteps coming back once more. Two boots waiting by the barn door still, one for a promise, one for a will. Yours untouched like the day you left, mine leaning lonely, broken and kept. If silence could talk, it'd say what for. Two boots waiting by the barn door. I've tried to move them, but it just ain't right. Feels like moving them a race at night, so I let them stay just like before. A memory carved in the old barn floor. Two boots waiting by the barn door still, holding the story time can't kill. Yours untouched by the wind and rain, mine stand guard through the hurt and pain. If love had a place it couldn't ignore, it'd be two boots waiting by the barn door. Someday maybe I'll set mine down no more and leave two boots waiting at heaven's door.
Morning sun peeks through the window pane. Mama's in the kitchen, stirring up the flame. Old cast iron skillet, smelling like home. In that little kitchen, I never feel alone.
Flora on her hands, a gentle touch. She's making biscuits, loving me so much. Every recipe is a story she's told of hard days, love and hearts of gold. Yet Mama's kitchen, fills the house with love each night. No fancy meals or silver spoon, just her laughter humming a sweet tune. In Mama's kitchen I've always
Mama's love is always there.
Years may pass and seasons change, but that kitchen's warmth will remain. No matter where I choose to roam, Mama's kitchen is my heart's true home. Yeah, Mama's kitchen, warm and bright, fills the house with love each night. Simple meals and stories told, a place to rest, a hand to hold. In Mama's kitchen, forever known. That's where love grows, that's where I'm home. So here's to Mama and her humble space, where every meal is an embrace. No matter where life's road may roam, Mama's kitchen is my heart's true home.
I woke up with the sunrise, dust still on my old boots. Another town behind me, another mile of truth. I've been chasing down the echo of a life I almost had. Ain't no map to bring me back to the love I left too fast. Old boots, long roads, and a heart that won't settle. I keep riding with the memories, heavy like metal. Every sign on the highway feels like it's calling your name. Old boots, long road, and a heart that won't change. I remember on that porch swing where your laughter filled the air, the way you held a coffee cup like you didn't have a care. But I was born for wandering, it's the only life I knew. Now the nights get longer, darling, since the day I lost you. Old boots, long roads, and a heart that won't settle. I keep riding with the memories, heavy like metal. Every sign on the highway feels like it's calling your name. Old boots, long roads, and a heart that won't change. Maybe one day I'll turn around, find the courage to come home. But until that moment finds me, I'll keep walking on alone. If the wind still brings your voice to me, I swear I hear it say, boy, the road won't heal you 'cause the pain is here to stay. Old boots, long roads, and a heart that won't settle. I keep riding through the memories like a cowboy with the devil. Every mile pulls me closer to the truth I can't escape. Old boots, long roads, and a heart that won't change. Yeah, these old boots, this long, long road, and a heart that won't settle, still carry your name.
The midnight train is howling like a ghost across the plains. Every whistle cuts the silence, every echo speaks your name. I'm sitting by this window with a suitcase full of years, watching shadows dance beside me, while the truth dries all my tears. Midnight train, rolling past my memories, rolling through the pieces of the man I used to be. Every rhythm on the rail line feels like it's pulling me apart. Midnight train, rolling past my memories and straight across my heart. I still remember summer, where your smile lit up the dark, where the fireflies and moonlight wrote our names across the park. But I traded love for distance, chasing roads that had no end. Now the nights are filled with questions and a past I can't defend. Midnight train, rolling past my memories, rolling through the pieces of the man I used to be. Every rhythm on the rail line feels like it's pulling me apart. Midnight train, rolling past my memories and straight across my heart. Maybe someday I'll find courage to return to where you stay, tell you all the words I buried when I packed and walked away. But tonight the world is quiet, except the steel beneath my feet, and this train keeps holding secrets of a love I couldn't keep. Midnight train, rolling past my memories, rolling through the pieces of the man I failed to be. Every whisper in the cold wind keeps reminding me of you. Midnight train, rolling past my memories, and there's nothing I can do. Yeah, the midnight train keeps rolling, and it's carrying me away. But my memories, they always stay.
waterfalls beside this old bar. A half-full glass speaks more honestly than anyone ever could. Your shadow dances softly on the faded wooden wall, and every sip makes our story feel a little more real. All the lost promises, all the words we never said, pour out like rain on a western dirt road. Whiskey trues at sundown, opening wounds I once tried to hide. In the orange sky, I'm still searching for your face, swallowed by the silent night. Whiskey trues at sundown, just a mirror of what I'm feeling now. An old guitar hums low, matching the rhythm of regret, and the wind carries a scent of memories from long ago. I found your heart in the last remaining light. Too late I realized you were my true home. Every step that drifted away, every door I walked through, has become a story I never want to repeat. Whiskey trues at sundown, opening wounds I once tried to hide. In the orange sky, I'm still searching for your face, swallowed by the silent night. Whiskey trues at sundown, just a mirror of what I'm feeling now. If only the night could speak, it would know every secret about a love that left without a final goodbye. Whiskey truce at sundown, flowing softly like a quiet longing. And if tomorrow you came knocking at my door, I'd welcome you without hesitation. Whiskey truce at sundown, our story hasn't sunk beneath the dark just yet.
Clock hits 5, boots hit the ground. Factory's quiet, but the diner's sound. Neon sign flickers open late. Same old crowd, never 1 minute late. Lucy pours coffee, knows us all by name. Plates of fries and stories that never change. Worn out hats and calloused hands. Shivering laughs only tired hearts understand. Nut evenings at the little diner, where the world feels just a little kinder. No fancy wine, no silver seat, just fine old boots and warm roast beef. We trade our troubles for something sweeter every evening at the little diner. Bobby talks about fishing plans. Tom still dreams of a rock and roll band. June shows pictures
pictures of her brand new pup. And old man Ray never finishes his cup.
It ain't much, just tile and chrome, but somehow it still feels like home. A place where silence ain't so loud, and no one's lonely in this crowd. Eve by evenings at the little diner, where the world feels just a little kinder.
Gravy spills and jukebox songs make us feel like we all belong. We leave the weight outside feeling lighter each evening at the little diner. When the waitress flips that final chair and says, "See y'all tomorrow, take care." We walk into the night, hearts a little brighter, thanks to evenings at the little diner.
I've been writing little stories on the back roads of my mind. Every mile I leave behind me tells the truth I fail to find. There's a notebook on the front seat full of things I meant to say, but the wind keeps turning pages like it's blowing you away. Letters are written in smoke, highway dust, all the words I never spoke turn to rust. If you could read the lines between my wandering and my trust, you know these letters written in smoke and highway dust. I remember nights in Texas where your voice chased off the rain, how you held me through the rambling like you'd calm a running train. But I traded steady footsteps for a cowboy's restless roam. Now the road's the only witness to the love I left at home. Letters are written in smoke and highway dust, all the words I never spoke turn to rust. You could read the lines between my wandering and my trust. You know these letters written in smoke and highway dust. Maybe someday you will stumble on a place where I won't stay, find the ashes of a sunrise, burn with things I never said. If the wind still carries heartache, it'll blow my words to you. I just pray you hear them softly like I always meant you to. Letters are written in smoke and highway dust, all my prayers and every hope mixed with us. If the road ever brings you back to the life we nearly touched, you'll find my letters written in smoke and highway dust. Yeah, they rise like and highway dust.
I used to wake with sunlight falling warm across my face, had a heart that beat like thunder and a smile I couldn't chase. You were lying on my shoulder like the world was ours to keep, back before the nights got quiet and I learned how pain runs deep. As I ain't the man I was before you walked away. I lost the fire in my voice and the words I used to say. Every step feels heavier since I watched you fade to gray. No, I ain't the man I was before you walked away. I remember on that Sunday you were standing by the stair, tried to speak but found no courage, drowning all my empty prayers. I kept chasing down the distance like it held some kind of truth. Never knew that roads I followed only led me far from you. 'Cause I ain't the man I was before you walked away. I lost the fire in my voice and the words I used to say. Every step feels heavier since I watched you fade to gray. No, I ain't the man I was before you walked away. If time could give me mercy and rewind just one small day, I'd hold your shaking fingers and beg you not to stray. But memories don't bend backwards and pride won't let me lie. I'm just learning how to live now with a heart I can't deny. 'Cause I ain't the man I was before you walked away. I lost a song in my guitar and the dreams I used to play. If the road brings you back someday, I'll be praying you might stay. But I ain't the man I was before you walked away. Yeah, the man I was, he's gone with yesterday, and I'm just someone left standing in the rain. Another shot just to steady my hand, trying to write the truth like a broken man. Your name at the top shook the whole damn page, like my heart was trapped in a whiskey cage. I wrote, I'm sorry darling for the nights I strayed, but the words felt heavy with the mess I made. These whiskey letters I never sent your way, stained with the things I never learned to say, soaked in the memories I tried to outrun, written at midnight, burned with the sun. If regret is a road, I walk it every day, with whiskey letters I never sent your way. promises I broke that I never replaced. I tried to tell you how I missed your touch, but guilt turned soft lines into something too much. But I need you, but the truth ain't kind. So I drowned every line like I drowned my mind. These whiskey letters I never sent your way, stained with the things I never learned to say, soaked in the memories I tried to outrun, written at midnight, burned with the sun. If regret is a road, I walk it every day with whiskey letters I never sent your way. I still keep one tucked in my old coat sleeve, the only one that said please don't leave. But time had spoken, and so had you, and a heart can only take what it knows is true. These whiskey letters I never sent your way, every line bleeds a price I had to pay. Your shadow still lingers where the light won't stay, and I drank to the words that could have made you stay. But now they're just ashes in a world gone gray. Whiskey letters I never sent your way. If I ever meet you again on some distant day, I'll hand you the words I threw away. But until that night, all I can say are these whiskey letters I never sent your way.
It was late in Amarillo when the sky turned burning red. You were standing by the window with the tears you never shed. I could feel the cold between us like a storm about to break, and the words we left unspoken were the ones that sealed our fate. The day the sun went down in Amarillo was the day you walked away. Every shadow on that desert still remembers what I'd say. If I'd held you just a little, maybe you would have stayed. But the sun went down in Amarillo, and you slipped into the grave. We had nights of quiet laughter under neon barroom lights, where your head would rest upon me as we talked till morning bright. But I let the highway call me like it owned my restless soul. Never knew one choice of freedom was the price of losing hope. The day the sun went down in Amarillo was the day you walked away. Every shadow on that desert still remembers what I'd say. If I'd held you just a little, maybe you would have stayed. But the sun went down in Amarillo, and you slipped into the grave. Now I'm driving through that city with your memory in the dust, and the wind keeps whispering stories of the love I didn't trust. If the heavens ever listen to a cowboy's quiet plea, tell the sun in Amarillo to rise once more for me. The day the sun went down in Amarillo was the day you walked away. Every mile I've ridden since then feels like yesterday.
If forgiveness has a sunrise, let it shine where you once lay. But the sun went down in Amarillo, and my heart still fades that way. Yeah, the sun went down in Amarillo, and it never came back the same. I still remember midnight when the porch light flickered low. You were sitting on the railing with a smile I used to know. I held that old worn guitar, let the strings speak soft and true. Every chord was just a heartbeat in a song I played for you. That lonely guitar song I played for you still echoes through the dust like it always used to. If you hear it in the distance, hope it brings my heart to you. That lonely guitar song I played for you. You said the melody felt warm like a fire in winter's cold. But I was young and full of dreams, chasing stories I was told. I left you with a promise that the road could never break. Didn't know that broken promise was the one I'd never shake. That lonely guitar song I played for you still echoes through the dust like it always used to. If you hear it in the distance, hope it brings my heart to you. That lonely guitar song I played for you. Cause the only one who heard me was the one who knew my name. Now the nights are getting empty and the chords feel old and torn, but that song still holds a memory of the love I can't outrun. That lonely guitar song I played for you still follows every mile, no matter what I do. If someday you remember how the sunset used to hue, you'll hear that lonely guitar song still playing just for you. Yeah, this old guitar keeps crying like it knows I still miss you. We were just two runaways in the summer dust, chasing nothing but the wind and a little bit of trust. Your hair blew wild like the prayer starry sky, and I swore I saw forever in your hazel eyes. We rode side by side through the canyon dust, where the world felt bigger than the two of us, where the wild horses watched us fall in love, standing still as statues on the ridge above. Their shadows long in the setting sun, witness to a love that had just begun. If heaven ever touched the earth enough, it was where the wild horses watched us fall in love. We'd stop by the creek where the water ran clear. You whispered secrets only I could hear. Barefoot hearts on broken stone, two young souls finding a place called home. And every time the thunder rolled across the plains, we'd hold on tighter, forget our pain. Where the wild horses watched us fall in love, standing still as statues on the ridge above. Their shadows long in the setting sun, witness to a love that had just begun. If heaven never touched the earth enough, it was where the wild horses watched us fall in love. The seasons change and young love drifts like desert sand through a cowboy's fist. The horses stayed, but you had to run, chasing things I couldn't outrun. Where the wild horses watched us fall in love, they still stand silent on the ridge above, guarding the place where we once stood strong. Where two hearts beat to the same old song. Now I ride alone under stars above, back to where the wild horses watched us fall in love. Sometimes I swear they still look for you in the twilight mist, in the early dew. And I feel your ghost when the night wind shoves, back to where the wild horses watched us fall in love. I was flipping through the pages of Mama's old Bible when a photograph slipped out like a long-lost rival. A younger me standing with you by the riverbank, two kids believing love could never end. Your smile was sunlight on a troubled day, and I felt my chest crack open in the same old way. Just a photograph I found in Mama's Bible, a memory riding back like a ghost on arrival. Frozen hearts in a world we couldn't stay, holding on to moments that faded away. If time is a thief, it ain't ever right. Oh, with a photograph I found in Mama's Bible. Mama used to say, son, some hearts don't stay, but I never thought yours would walk away. We carved our names on the old pine tree, swore forever with reckless honesty. But forever don't listen when the night turns cold, and love can break young bones like they're already old. Just a photograph I found in Mama's Bible, a memory riding back like a ghost on arrival. Frozen hearts in a world we couldn't stay, holding on to moments that faded away. If time is a thief, it ain't ever right. Oh, with a photograph I found in Mama's Bible. I held that picture like a truth I said, let go, boy, the past ain't kind, but some love stays tattooed on a man's mind. Just a photograph I found in Mama's Bible, dusty corners keeping memories travel. Two young souls who never knew the cost of building dreams that ended up lost. And it pulled me back with a power undeniable, that photograph in Mama's Bible. I slid it back between the pages, worn and torn. Let the scripture guard the love that never was reborn. Some memories fade, some stay reliable, like the photograph I found in Mama's Bible. There's whiskey on the table and the night's getting cold, another lonely story written in this glass I hold. I've been counting all the heartbeats between the shadows on the wall, thinking about the day you left and how I let you slip and fall. Whiskey on the table, your name in my prayer. I keep asking heaven if you're still out there. Every drop that hits my lips burns the truth I couldn't bear. Whiskey on the table, your name in my prayer. I recall that old blue dress and the sunlight in your hair. You whispered dreams I couldn't keep, 'cause I was never truly there. I chased the road like freedom, but it cost me what was real. Now all I've got is memories and a pain I can't conceal. Whiskey on the table, your name in my prayer. I keep asking heaven if you're still out there. Every drop that hits my lips burns the truth I couldn't bear. Whiskey on the table, your name in my prayer. If I could take back every mile between my boots and your front door, I'd lay my pride beside your tears and swear to walk no more. But regrets don't change the sunrise, and time don't heal the past. Still I pray your heart remembers love that once was meant to last. Whiskey on the table, your name in my prayer. I keep calling angels to carry you my care. Maybe someday you'll forgive me for the man I wasn't there. Whiskey on the table, your name in my prayer. So I raise this glass to midnight, to the love I couldn't spare. Whiskey on the table, oh, your name in my prayer. We were 17 with nowhere to be, sneaking past the barn where no one could see. A summer wind blowing through your hair. You smiled at me like you didn't care.
and the world felt small in that golden light, with fireflies dancing into the night. Love behind the cornfield, sweet and wild, two young hearts running free and wild, with your hand in mine and nothing to fear. Whisper soft, I'm glad you're here. We found forever in a hidden place, where the sky met your sun-kissed face. Oh, love behind the cornfield, that's where it all began. Your daddy's truck parked by the gate, we'd laugh and talk till it got late. Moonlight caught the sparkle in your eyes, a secret world beneath the open skies. No city lights, no fancy thrills, just a heartbeat echo through the hills. Love behind the cornfield, soft and true, with the crickets singing just for two. Your breath on my neck, the stars above. We were just kids, but we knew it was love. We carved our names in that old oak tree, a promise lost to memory. But love behind the cornfield still lives inside of me. Now you're long gone, living that city life, and I'm still here with the stars at night. But every harvest brings me back again to where I first held your hand. Love behind the cornfield, wild and pure, a kind of love that feels so sure. Though time has flown and you've moved on, that summer flame still lingers strong. No matter where this road may bend, I'll go back to where we began to love behind the cornfield. Yeah, love behind the cornfield.
Down in that little river town where the water runs slow and wide, I left a piece of my restless soul on the day she said goodbye. She was standing by the levee with the wind inside her hair, and I swear the sun stopped shining 'cause my heart was still right there. Rivertown blues and the woman I love there. Every ripple on that water feels like her whisper in the
Johnny's bar on the edge of Friday nights. She'd smile like a summer sunrise, turn my darkness into light. But I chased a bigger highway, thinking dreams were out of town. Never knew that what I needed was the love I let fall down. Rivertown blues, and the woman I love there. Every ripple on that water feels like her whisper in the air. I keep hearing that old river calling me back anywhere. Rivertown blues, and the woman I love there. If I could turn that river around, make it carry me to them, I'd hold her hand a little stronger, promise never to leave again. The rivers keep on moving, just like hearts that learn to heal. Now I drank to what I ruined, and to the pain I know is real. Rivertown blues, and the woman I love there. I keep praying for forgiveness, though I'm not sure she still cares. Every night beneath the moonlight, I can feel her everywhere. Rivertown blues, and the woman I love there. Yeah, that river keeps on flowing, but my heart stays in her stare. Rivertown blues, and the woman I love there. I left at dawn this morning with the frost still on the ground. Your voice was faint behind me like a half-remembered sound. My saddle felt much heavier than the bags I strapped down low, 'cause the only thing I carried was a girl I let go. Now I'm riding north with nothing but your shadow, trailing every mile, every ridge and every meadow. If the wind could speak your name, it'd do it soft and low, 'cause I'm riding north with nothing but your shadow. We once dreamed of a cabin by a quiet stretch of stream, where the nights were filled with starlight and the truth felt like a dream. But I traded peace for distance, thought the world was mine to chase. Never knew that when I lost you, I lost my only place. Now I'm riding north with nothing but your shadow, trailing every mile, every ridge and every meadow. If the wind could speak your name, it'd do it soft and low, 'cause I'm riding north with nothing but your shadow. If time could give me mercy, I'd turn this horse around, ride straight back to your doorway and
lay my sorrows down. But the sun keeps slipping westward, and the cold keeps pressing through, and every breath the mountains echo sounds like missing you. So I'm riding north with nothing but your shadow, still hoping somehow, someday you'll be waiting in the meadow. If forgiveness has a home, that's the one place I would go. But for now I'm riding north with nothing but your shadow. Yeah, the trail is long and empty, but your shadow never lets me go.
River it ran slow underneath that pale moonlight, and the wood planks trembled like they knew each fight. You stood there quiet, hands shaking at your side. I tried to read your heart, but your eyes had died. You said I'm tired of running, tired of being alone, but the way you said my name cut straight to the bone. I reached for your hand, but you stepped away, and I knew right then you weren't gonna stay. On the night I lost you, on the old river bridge where the wind carried words you'd never admit, you walked out slow like you were leaving a dream, while the moon carved your shadow into the stream. I called your name, but it just echoed off the ridge. The night I lost you, on the old river bridge. We talked about forever in the backseat of my Ford. We swore we wouldn't lose what we couldn't afford, but life don't bargain, and love ain't always kind. Sometimes the ones you need leave you behind. Your tears hit the railing like raindrops on steel, and you whispered, let go, it's the only way to heal. I tried to hold on, but your heart was already gone, and the river knew it had been right all along. On the night I lost you, on the old river bridge where the wind carried words you'd never admit, you walked out slow like you were leaving a dream, while the moon carved your shadow into the stream. I called your name, but it just echoed off the ridge. The night I lost you, on the old river bridge. Now every time I pass that broken wooden rail, I swear I hear your voice riding on a gale. Some say loving softly, but ours went cold on a night too dark and a truth too bold. On the night I lost you, on the old river bridge where silence cut deeper than any man's regret, did your footsteps faded like a ghost in the rain, and I knew I'd never hold you again. Now your memory lingers where the river runs like a hymn,
night I lost you. On the old river bridge, I still walk that bridge when the moon turns white, trying to find the pieces I lost that night. But some roads end where a heart can't forgive, and mine ended where you chose not to live.